What's up? I'm Vin, and today I want to go through a few percent word problems. So we're going to go through these 4 examples, and let's get started. So for this question, we have Carla bought a dress at a sale 20% off the original price, and we have the sale price of the dress was $28.80, and we need to find the original price. So for this question here, if we want to find the original price, we could call the original price X. So this will represent the original price. And what we're going to do from here is take into account that this dress was discounted 20% off. So that means what we could do is we could take 1 and subtract 20%. And just know 20% as a decimal is the same thing as 0.20. So we're going to do x times 1 minus 0.20 and set this equal to 28.80. And we'll worry about the units at the end. So once again, the original price, we're taking 20% off. So we're going to do 1 minus 0.20, and that tells us we're going to have 0.80 times x. Now, just to understand the concept of what just happened here, just know anytime I hear the phrase 20% off, my thinking automatically shifts to if 20% is off, that means 80% is still on. So the fact that we have 0.80 left is a good sign here. So now to solve for x, just divide both sides by 0.80. And we divide by 0.80. The rest is calculator work. So we're doing 28.80 and we're dividing by 0.80. And this is going to tell us our answer to the first question is 36. So the original price of the dress was $36. So for question 2, we have a painting. It's $55. Right now it's 20% off and the tax is 7%. And this is the question: will the final total cost of the painting differ depending on whether we deduct the discount before adding sales tax, or if we take the discount after computing the sum of the original price and the sales tax? So we have to think about this. The first method is we take $55, and if we take 20% off, that means we're doing 1 minus 0.20, because once again, 20% is the same thing as doing 0.20, because remember, 20% is the same thing as 20 out of 100, and that's equal to this decimal. But then when we do a sales tax of 7%, that's 1 plus, and just know 7% is equal to 7 over 100, and 7 over 100 is 0.07. So we're multiplying by 1 plus 0.07. So this is the first method. This is going to work out to 55 times 0.80 times 1.07. But now this is the first way. So this is us doing the discount then the tax. So what we have to consider is what happens if we take this painting and we apply the tax first. So that means we're going to multiply by 1.07 first. That's the 1 plus 7%. And then we do 20% off, which is going to ultimately lead us to multiplying by 0.80. Is this going to be the same thing? Well, one comment we can make here is that these two quantities are equal. So these two quantities are equal here. So will this change anything? No. The cost is going to be exactly the same because, and if we need a reason, we could say commutativity of multiplication. Because when we multiply these three numbers together, it doesn't matter if we switch the order of 1.07 and 0.80, because ultimately we're multiplying together, so these two things are going to be equal. So for question 3, we have Shauna wants a new bike. Here's the price of the bike. And she knows that next week there's going to be a sale, 30% off, and the tax rate is 7%. And what we need to actually find here is the total amount to the nearest cent that Shauna is going to save if she waits until next week. So for this question, we have to calculate two things. The price right now. So this is the price right now. And this price we're going to get by doing $259.99. And we're going to multiply that by 1 plus the 7% is 0.07. Once again, 7% is the same thing as 7 out of 100, and that's 0.07. So these are the two things that we're going to multiply here, and that's going to tell us the price of the bike right now. But then we also have to calculate what happens if she waits a week. So the price, we'll just say the price next week. So the price next week is going to be $259.99. And as we saw in the previous question, the order in which we do the discount or the tax doesn't matter. So $259.99, and we're going to do 30% off. So if we do 30% off, that's 1 minus 30% is 0.30. And then after we take 30% off, we have to pay tax. So we have 1 plus 0.07. So these are the two quantities we have to calculate. And then ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to subtract these two quantities. So let's do both prices here. So we have $259.99, and we're multiplying by 1 plus 0.7 or 1.07. So this is the price of the bike right now with tax. And then next week, it'll be $259.99 times, and we took 30% off, which leaves us with 70% on, so 0.70. And then we have to pay tax, so times 1.07. So this is the price of the bike after the discount. So then to get our answer, how much is Shauna going to save, we're going to subtract these two quantities. So we do the first entry minus the discount price, and to the nearest cent, this is going to be 83.46. So let's just record the amounts from the calculator. So now we'll just record our final answer. Shauna is going to save $83.46. Remember, we're rounding to the nearest cent, so we're rounding the difference of these two to the nearest hundredths place. So for question 4 here, we have Max making a salary of $225 a week, 2.5% commission, and we have to write an equation for capital P, which is max pay for 1 week, and it's got to be in terms of capital T, which is capital T represents his weekly total sales. So we're going to use that then to answer the rest of the question. So what we have here is that capital P is equal to the fixed amount is 225. So this is our constant, or like our y-intercept when we write our linear equation. But then once again, Max is going to get 2.5% commission on total sales. So just know 2.5% we're going to write as a decimal. This is 2.5 out of 100. And if we convert this to a decimal, this is going to be 0.025. You could just type this in a calculator, 2.5 over 100, or just move the decimal 2 spaces to the left to get this. So we're going to have 225 plus 0.025 times capital T. These are the letters we have to use, but remember, Max is making 2.5% commission on total sales, and total sales is capital T. So this is the equation that we need. And now we're going to use this equation to see how much money does Max make if he sells $46.50 worth of goods. So we would have his pay for the week would be $225 plus 0.025 times the total sales for that week, which is $46.50. So now we just type everything in. We have 225 plus 0.025 times Max's total sales for the week was $46.50. So after punching this in here, this tells us that his weekly pay for that week was $341.25. So the pay for that week is $341.25. Okay, well, this is going to wrap up this video on percent word problems. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel. And if you got any requests, just leave the topics you want me to cover in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.